EU leaders have failed to impose further sanctions on the Kremlin over its invasion of Ukraine. At a weekend summit in Brussels, European heads of state stopped short of imposing new sanctions and instead promised to consider imposition within a week, sparking fears that the delay would encourage further Russian military aggression. German Chancellor Angela Merkel confirmed that the Russian army is active inside Ukraine and said that the EU will draw up proposals for sanctions within a week, but also noted that Germany will not be delivering arms to Ukraine. I think that the summary of the political messages which we have received today is very clear. Russian weapons and also Russian forces are active in Ukraine. I don't even think Russia seriously disputes this anymore. And this is a new level of escalation, and we have to look into this. And this is what determined the discussions we had today. The head of the EU also underlined that the implementation of the sanctions will first of all depend on the evolution of the war in Ukraine. British Prime Minister David Cameron called on the 28-nation bloc to show resolve and demonstrate resilience to Russia.
Well, it's a deeply serious situation, and we have to show real resolve, real resilience in demonstrating to Russia that if she carries on in this way, the relationship between Europe and Russia, Britain and Russia, America and Russia will be radically different in the future. They cannot go on in this way. We know from European history the danger of the territorial integrity of a nation-state being threatened and undermined in this way, and we have to send the clearest possible signal. And tonight we have taken some important steps in doing just that.
Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko confirmed that EU leaders agreed to prepare sanctions, but on the condition of the progress of his peace plan. He went on to underline the importance of de-escalating the war in Ukraine.
But we are very close to the point of non-return. Point of non-return is full-scale war, which already happened on the territory controlled by separatists, and there, instead of separatists, regular Russian troops. And any offensive action which would be undertaken, if it happened, would be point of non-return.
Leaders from Hungary and Slovakia and the Czech Republic led resistance to the sanctions push and reportedly voted against the new round of penalties on Russia. Support for a tougher EU stance was strongest among the Baltic states, with Lithuanian leader Dalia Grybauskaitė commentating that Russia's involvement in the war in Ukraine is a direct confrontation, saying Russia is practically at war with Europe.